Hello, ladies and gentlemen. He zips himself into operation. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Vobie One-Eyed Kenobi Showbie with me, Richard Vobes, here on the 25th of February, live on Facebook, reproduced on YouTube for you. Yes, for you. Now, let me just move my didgeridoo, which I have here. Nice to see you all. Anne Osborne is there. Maya is also there. Shirley, Dean, Anne, sorry, misread that. Terence, lovely to see you. Paul Watts. Stuart Douch, hello to you. Just been reading about the Sompting Abbots, actually, Stuart. Curiously enough, I was reading this very ancient book that lovely Elaine Brazier sent me about the coastline of Worthing. And then they were talking, not the coastline of Worthing, coastline of Sussex. And then they were talking about various places. And then they read about the Sompting Abbots. And apparently here, I don't know if this is true, you'll be able to tell me, Stuart. The lady there whose name, double-barreled name, I can't remember it, Finlay Johnson or something like that. He said in this book was written in 1916 or something like that, said the lady there who had her special own method of teaching, and everybody had to act everything out. So if they were doing history, people would play the parts of historic characters. If they were doing mathematics or arithmetic, they would be buying and selling to act it out. If they were doing geography, people would be playing travellers going from one place to another and all of that, which I think is a very good way of getting those information that you learn into your head with kids, because kids like to play act, and if you turn it into a game, I think that's absolutely fantastic. So Stuart, be very interested to know if that is true or whether the author of the book just made that up. Robert Croser is there, and Vicky Allen, lovely to see you. Fiona Cooper is out there. Mr. Suggett, Nigel Sadler. Hello, Nigel. Thank you for your nice words. Also, just going down the list of things here. The lovely Henry, thank you for joining me. Good evening is out there. Good evening. He's got Slazenger on tonight. Oh, is that what... Where is it? Is that what this is? I'm afraid this came from a charity shop. All in the name of charity, you see. Is that what it is? Slazenger. Yeah. What does they make? Tennis balls, don't they? Slazenger and tennis rackets, if my memory serves me correct. Glenn Johnson, hello to you, Glenn. Thank you for joining us this evening. Lovely to see you again. Vicky Allen, evening. It's my birthday. Oh, Vicky, it's your birthday. Ladies and gentlemen, if only we'd known, we would have baked a cake. And 21 again, eh, Vicky? So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Vicky. Yeah. Happy birthday to you. Ah, well, we're in a birthday mood, aren't we? I haven't got anything birthday here that one can sort of, I'd like to throw some sprinklers into the air or confetti or something. I won't. Not only have I not got it, but I'd have to be sweeping it up after the show. And it's only me, you see. I may be the star of the show, but I'm also the cleaner at the same time. So this is how, you're big 1 minute and then you're down there at the bottom the next. That's the way life goes. Mark Green is there. Hello, Mark. Andy Dalgleish is there. Hello, people in the computer. We're not in the computer, Glenn, as you discovered the other day, actually. I don't think you can keep using that funny little line anymore. Happy birthday. Carl Osborne, evening all to you. Laura Riddle is there. Nice to see you, Laura, which is great. Vicky Allen, yummy, a cake. Yeah, I didn't make a cake, did I? I didn't know. Golf clubs and balls. Da-dum-ba-dum-bum-bum. Oh, Slazenger, make golf clubs and balls. I've got a golf ball here. Hang on a minute. This is... that's not Slazenger, though, is it? It's got a tick on it. It says NDX. Is that a Nike one? Or do more people use the tick than Nike? That is the question. Hey, a bit of juggling. No, it's not juggling. You need to... The definition of juggling is manipulating more objects than you have hands. So if you're throwing a ball to one hand to another, that's not juggling. That is just throwing. Just so you know. Dean Cooper, you've done that. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Robert Crosser. Now look, I just saw Stuart. I made an interesting comment to Stuart and he's totally ignoring me. What is going on? Stuart Douch, someone nudge him, will you? I've just been mentioning about his school, and he's missed it. He's missed it. Did he switch it on, log on, and go, yeah, I'll just show my support. I'm going to go and watch the footy now, or some other such things. I don't know. You can't get the viewers these days, can you? Happy birthday in capital letters from Dean Cooper. Happy birthday! There we are. Big thank you, says Vicky. 95 she is today. 95. How you do look well for 95, I have to say. Glenn Johnson says, you're in my computer tonight. Yes, I crawled in when you weren't looking, Glenn. I crawled in. By the way, having met Glenn now, before, he with his... I am Glenn Johnson, da-da-da-dum-bum. He was, quite a scary man, and you think, oh my God, don't say anything wrong, because actually, he was quite cute. Now, don't get me wrong, not in that way. He was quite cute when we met up the other day, because he'd been wearing a hat, and his Stegosaurus, whatever you call it, haircut, had been diminished into a very sort of like a single track narrow country lane on top of his head, like a little landing strip for badgers. It was nice. So it was good to see you, Glenn. Ian Beddoes has joined, and he says, just joined, and it's not my birthday. Well, Glenn, what's his name? Ian. Well, Ian, happy birthday not to you. It's not Ian's birthday, so we can't say happy birthday to the little chap. Don't say happy birthday to the little chap. I think I'm getting myself into a little bit of difficulty here. Do you know, just before I started the show, I was thinking to myself, God, I feel a bit tired tonight. I've had today off. No, not off. Not like that off. But I've had today off. Right off. I haven't done a huge amount. I have ordered some new logs, which, was stunning, really. There it was. We've had the hottest February since records began, which doesn't really mean very much. It just means, it's a hot record. We haven't seen it since records began. But that doesn't mean that we haven't seen something hot like this ever before. It's barking. Glenn Johnson is also saying it's his unbirthday. Oh, sorry about that. Hold on a minute. Unbirthday to Glenn, ba-ba-ba-bum, down in the den. And then, only then, he went when it was then his unbirthday. I'm sorry. The weird thing is, I get the feedback on the screen over there, like a little delay. And the reason I get that is because I'm reading the comments. And then I just see myself dancing like a complete buffoon. And I think to myself, what a wonderful... No, I think to myself, why are people watching this idiot standing at home doing this nonsense? Forgotten where I was talking about now. It was purely very interesting. Anyway, it was such a... Oh, yes, hot day. I've ordered some more logs. But I listened to the news. I listened to the forecaster who says, oh, yeah, it ain't going to last, Ain't going to last. All going to be changed by the weekend. What a shame. I'm out tomorrow filming. But so that'd be nice. I should just probably go in shorts and T-shirt tomorrow, which would be lovely. Yeah, it's going to change. So I've ordered some more logs to make sure I'm still warm. I've still got a few more. I saw the lovely Liz Housden. Hello, Liz. Just a few of your logs left. They have lasted quite well. They've lasted nearly 2 weeks, which is fantastic. Robert Crosser says, mine's not for another 3 weeks. His birthday, that's it. Vicky says, I hope you had a rest, Richard. Well, I have rested my bad ankle, which I don't know what I've done to, but I can tell you it's getting better. So as long as I don't do an Irish jig or a bit of river dance, which I suppose is an Irish jig, really, isn't it? Well, it's sort of, I don't know. I don't know what you call it. River dance. It must be a rapidly flowing river, isn't it? Or maybe it's a river of lava. I always think when they're doing all this and they're jumping up and down like that, must be because the floor is very hot, because they are like a hot potato and in straitjackets. That's always how I imagine river dance. Dean says he's a cranky. Thanks, Dean. You wait. I will see you and I will kill you. He's in a lot of trouble, isn't he? Old, that Irish bloke, talking of Irish people, on the phone. He says, I'm not an ordinary person, or whatever it was. What does he say? And I will find you. And when I find you, I will kill you. Yeah, he's a funny old bloke. Kevin Hall, he's another funny old bloke. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Richard. Kevin here. When I find you, I will seek you out, I will find you, and I will kill you. Oh, thanks, Kevin. That's very nice. Ali Nicole. Hello, Ali. I haven't seen you around for a while. Hope you're well. Still offside, inside, outside. Ali does a bit of refereeing. He does a bit of refereeing. Very good. If only I was interested in football, I'd have more interest in it. But he does run around in... Do they run around in black shorts? Is that how it works? Or a black top, the referee? Jumping up and down, blowing their whistle. I always think referees are a bit like people who wanted to be policemen. You know, they're running around pointing at things and they're blowing their whistle, but, you know, it's too energetic for the uniform. That's how I think about it. Oh, Ali's now disappeared. He's gone, I'm not here to be insulted, thank you. Which is, I wasn't really trying to insult. The lovely Cynthia Walder, nice to see you. Thank you for coming on the walk the other day, looking after the, hello, Kevin here, which was good. I want Kevin Hall to play some of the major parts in feature films. So there we are. He could be in Taken. I will find you, Kevin here, and I will kill you. I think that would be good. And also, what's that one where he was, not Spartacus, the other one, the Gladiator. Where the Gladiator, I've not seen Gladiator, but there's this one clip, something where he goes, what was he? Maximus, Mosimus, Missimus, and Musimus. I don't know the line. Perhaps somebody could give me the line. But yeah, Kevin could do that, couldn't he? Hello, Maximus here. I don't know any more lines. What about Kevin Hall in Mary Poppins? That would be good. All right, Mary Poppins. What was his? Dick Van Dyke here. With a dodgy English accent. Sorry, I'm insulting the lovely Kevin. Bless him. We do like him. I think we should get all of these characters into big feature films. I want another feature film where we know who the people are. Dean says, Richard, I have some kindling wood for you if you're in need of some. Yes, can drop it on any weekday. Lovely, Dean. Yes, please do. Thursday, this week, Thursday. I'm in the morning. I'm waiting for my wood. That would be amazing. Thank you so much. Have a cup of coffee or tea. See the Essie. Come and see my Essie. Glenn Johnson says, always sounds better with a Mexican accent. Oh, what? What, the Taken? Arriba, arriba, arriba. I will find you. I will seek you out. I will find you. And arriba. Hey, gringo. I will find you. Hey. I'm trying to get this. It's not very appropriate, is it? All the world will be your enemy, oh, the prince with 1,000 enemies, and whoever will catch you, they will kill you. But then first, complete this quote. All the world will be your... This must be from Shakespeare. All the world... hang on a minute. Let's get to Shakespeare. Hang on, Liz. This is going to go up. I'm just going to move that down a fraction because I don't want it to disappear. To get to Shakespeare, I always think of the master of Shakespeare, the absolute master, Peter Sellers. It's been a hard day's night. I've been working like a dog. Peter Sellers was great. All the world will be your enemy, O prince with 1,000 enemies, and whenever they catch you, they will kill you, but first let them catch you. Complete that. Is that from Shakespeare? I don't know where that's from. Matthew says, Josh's video of the forest walk is uploading to YouTube. Woo, woo! Well done, Josh. We must find that. Do put the link in the group and we'll go and have a look. Steve Blakey has joined. Hello, Steve. How'd you do it? The lovely Julia is back from delivering. She would have been on the show tonight, ladies and gentlemen, but she was delivering her husband and her son to cubs. That's right. Elijah, her son, has now become Arcala, and Chaz, her husband, has enrolled as a little cub with his own little woggle. which is nice. It makes the mind boggle, but he's got his own little woggle, which is lovely. I used to be a member of Cubs, actually. I was a lovely little cub, and then these blokes came along and they just beat me up with clubs. Yeah, because I was like a seal cub, and they had it in for me. Infamy! They've all got it in for me. Robert Crosser says, I will, for not coming up to Newcastle. I will. What? Lovely Julia says, evening. What's going on here then? Hello. I'm the lovely Julia. What's going on here then? Actually, when I did that, I had a twinge. I had a twinge on my foot. Ian Beddoes says, what do you think I should do, Richard? I have a Swiss... Oh, here we go. Here, Richard, what should I do? I have a Swiss roll, fruitcake and bananas. What should I put with my custard for supper and my hot chocolate tonight? Right, okay, well, I reckon Swiss roll. Swiss roll is very nice with custard. Nice vanilla custard on a Swiss roll, chocolate Swiss roll sounds perfect to me. Fruitcake and bananas. Oh, you could have that, fruitcake and bananas with hot chocolate. I think sit in bed with the crumbly fruitcake, crumbs going all into the bed. I mean, if ever there's a way to make sure you don't get much sleep, is to have loads of crumbs in the bed, and every time you turn and get comfortable like that, and you're going, oh, I'm having a dream about, oh, what's all this? There's all this crumbly down you. And the banana... That's a bit of a slushy finish, isn't it? But let's not go into that. Evening, Julia, says Vicky. And Dean Cooper says, can I park my 7.5-ton lorry on your doorstep? Yes, of course. It's only 7.5 tons. You've got Morrison's for 2 hours. And the other day, believe this or believe it not, and the lovely Julia will confirm this, 3 massive, great big crane lorries went in there. So if they can go in there, you can park outside the front. Just nudge all the cars that park out the front out the way. You'll be doing me a favour. Alternatively, there is what else? Well, you could always drive into where Tevill Gate was and park in there. You might just need to knock the fence down, but you could do that. It'd be all right. Lovely Maya says, hello, Julia. She doesn't do it in such a high-pitched voice, I'm sure. Liz Houston says it's not Shakespeare. Oh, it's not Shakespeare. Robert Crosser says, is it from Watership Down? This is a good game. I must do that. If only I had some more famous books rather than old history books that nobody would have any knowledge of whatsoever. And do a few lines out of that. That would be good. Maybe, quotes. I could do quotes. I've got a quote book somewhere. I'll have to get that and see if you could work out whose quotes are which. That would be good. Or I could look it up on the internet, of course. Maybe I'll do that. Glenn Johnson says, if Kevin says you're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off, that's true. Hello, Kevin here. You're only supposed to blow... I love that. That's very funny, Glenn. That's very funny. Hello, Kevin here. You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. Yes, could be, couldn't it? Could be Michael Caine. What about Henry David Allen doing a few famous lines? That would be hilarious, wouldn't it? Is Henry still watching? I saw he was there earlier. Hello, thank you. That's Kevin. Hello, thank you for joining me. What would he do? It's almost when I do it, every character comes out the same. I do apologise. Yes, it is. Is it? That's it. Watership Down. They got to find us and then they can kill us. That's good. Richard, stop making me laugh, says Kevin. You're making my tooth hurt. I have an infection under the tooth. Oh, well, maybe we can laugh it off. What you need is some laughing gas. A little bit of nitric oxide. Is it nitric oxide or nitrous oxide or whatever it's called? I was a brownie guide, says Maya. Did you, as a brownie guide, when my sister joined the brownies for a little bit, they had to jump over toadstools. Not real toadstools. These were plastic manufactured toadstools. And the brownies to sort of dance around them and then jump over them. I never quite understood that. And wait a minute, did they have they had a brown owl, didn't they? Did they have an Arcala, or was Arcala cubs? I don't know. It wasn't my Kayla anyway. George Timperley. Hello, George. George Timperley says, I also have posted on YouTube. Everyone's posting on YouTube. I mean, ever since I've been posting on YouTube, I've noticed everyone's just copying me now. They're all copying me. They're all posting on YouTube. Mind you, I'm copying other people who posted on YouTube, so it's all fair and square. So Vicky says marshmallows with custard and hot chocolate. Oh my goodness, this is turning into a lush. What is the best? What is the best pudding for a cold winter's night? Not that we. By the way, I heard on the news it was in the 20s at one point in Scotland or somewhere up north, and. Or in Ireland or somewhere it was in the 20s in February, and they said, but at night time. It's going to go right down to minus figures. So that'll be all right. Ian says, hope your teeth gets better, Kevin. Yes, take them out, put them under your bed and see if the little tooth fairy comes along. I hate Tevil Gate, says Glenn Johnson. Yeah, you and me both. I like it now, though. Better than it was. I think, there's this debate. What should we do with Tevil Gate? I think turf it over would be a first thing. Turf it over and put a pond in there. And then a little bit further on, maybe an old windmill. That would be nice. It would be taking it back to how it used to be. And then people who come in on the chuffs, when they arrive at Worthing, they would see this wonderful, lovely turfed area, picnic area, and you would come out, and on a day like this in February, you could sit there with a few ducks, whack, 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 whack. Feed the ducks with a bit of broken bread from Morrison's, whack, whack. No, I don't want to poison them, do you? But give them some bread from, wherever. And there'd be be lovely, wouldn't that be lovely? Instead of going, how can we make more money and piss people off? Let's build a horrible block of flats that nobody really wants in the first place with these artistic, newfangled, modern architectural fins, which just really a complete waste of time. There's a place around the back of me, or in the front of me, nearly opposite me, called the Waffle House. It's not its proper name, I call it the Waffle House, and it was a quick, instant chuck-up job. For a lot of social housing in there. And they had these glass fins coming, this one sort of fin that went all the way round it. Well, and I looked at that and I thought, well, that's silly because you can't get up there to clean it very easily because the pedestrians are underneath and then there's the road. It's not very easy. And I thought that's going to get mucky, because we have seagulls. It's a seaside town. Whoever designed that obviously didn't live in a seaside town or understand what pigeons do. Well, pigeons and seagulls. Pigeons are everywhere, of course. And seagulls these days, they're almost everywhere. Don't see many pigeons, seagulls rather, on the tube, but you probably get the odd pigeon down there. Anyway, the point is, these glass things, these fins, got ever so mucky, and you know what? Instead of cleaning them, they just took them away. Somebody went, oh yeah, they're dirty, aren't they? It's going to cost too much money to have them cleaned every month or twice a year or whenever, so we'll just take them off. Yeah, so that original design, the look they were after, was a complete waste of time. And then they had put out for Tevil Gate this enormous building which was supposed to have both an ice rink, a swimming pool and a big car park and a whole load of flats and modern shops and things. And then all these fins, these glass fins coming out of it. And you think, yeah, this is a Regency seaside town which still has some sense of Regency and Art Deco, 1920s architecture here. Yeah, let's put some inner city road old rubbish up there that is badly made, badly designed, and will just get very messy in 5 years and look a complete and utter eyesore. Oh, wait a minute. They did that in the 60s, didn't they? And they've only just now, 50 years later, taken it down. Yeah. This is why councils really should be first against the wall when the revolution comes and shot. Henry says, hello, thank you for joining me. My name is Alum. Henry Alum. Yes, I bet you get mistaken for Michael Caine all the time, don't you, Henry? Scout myself. Oh, Robert, I can see you as a little scout. Henry says, I've been posting on YouTube this weekend. That doesn't surprise me, Henry. You're a bit like me. You post almost every second of the day. Linda Kane says, I was never a brownie, but I was too embarrassed to jump. Oh, I was only ever a brownie, and I was too embarrassed to jump over the toadstool, so was never a guide. Is that, now tell me, is that how that works? In order to become a girl guide, you have to jump over a toadstool. The things they make you do. It's very odd. It's been fair warm today, says Myro Clydo. Yes, that's a good observation. Thank you for that. Robert says, very warm up here, 19 degrees. Wow, that is good. I mean, that's very nice. Butterscotch Angel Crumble. Ooh, Linda, that does sound. Butterscotch Angel Crumble. Oh, yes, Angel Delight. Oh, wait, Angel's Crumble. Hang on, butterscotch with nice. With a bit of custard, that would be do. That's, oh, hang on, I've got itchy eyeball again. The other day, you may have missed it, I swiveled my eye round when I met up with people after the walk that we had on Saturday. It was just something to do. Simon Brown has joined, but we don't know if he's still in Australia or in the UK or in mid-flight. He seems to be just all over the place at the moment. So he pops in, bungs it up, then disappears. Simon, are you there? Mind you, Stuart Douch did that. Is Stuart Douch out there? I want to know about this teaching method that the lady at the Sompting Abbots had. He's hiding. Perhaps he doesn't want to speak to me in case I mention the birch. Shush, don't mention the birch. It's a nice tree, though. Let me just get down to the back of this. Oh, crikey, loads of comments I've missed. Glenn Johnson says, since the relaxing of the planning permission 3 years ago, every car park, office, toilet has now been converted into tiny flats in Crawley. Crikey, really? That's so bad. My F1 recorder arrived today, says Nigel Sadler. Just got to find a fluffy to go on the mic capsule. Yes, when you do, pin it away and you will love it, boy. You will love it. It's a very nice piece of kit and it straps onto your... it's a recorder for those that don't know. Matthew says, bloody planners, eh, Richard? Yes, those town planners. Apart from, there's one nice one. He's got a similar haircut to me, and he's up there a little bit north of Crawley. Oh, if only I could think of the name. Reigate. If only I could... Oh, that was it, Reigate. He's a nice bloke. He's a very nice bloke. But the others, scum of the earth. Linda Kane says, back in the 50s, not sure about now. Not sure about what... Oh, back in the 50s, what, jumping over the toadstool? Yeah, I bet they don't do that now. I bet they're not... I bet that there's some political correctness thing to say you can't jump over a toadstool now. There'll be some reason, you know what it is? You know what it is? People are enjoying themselves. Oh, yeah, sorry. You're not allowed to actually enjoy yourself. No, if you're going to live now in the 2000s, whatever we are, in the naughty to the teenies of the whatever we call this decade. What do we call this decade? Whatever it is. No, you can't actually enjoy it. So the rules are that you've got to be too stressed to actually understand what's going on in the world. You've got to be self-obsessed and post pictures of yourself having an incredibly lovely time online, even though actually your life is as miserable as sin. You've got to post up those grinning photographs and going, look, I'm having so much fun. Click. Oh, Jesus crikey. I've got to get rid of this shirt, get rid of these trousers. I mustn't be seen in these clothes again. Quick, go into fast fashion and get some new clothes for my next... Yeah! 2 seconds later, look at me, change of clothes. Such a great life. Oh, got to go back to Primark, back to get some more clothes. That's how it all works. Hey! Check me out. 10 seconds later, whole new get-up. Oh, such a life. And then, hey, look at me, I'm self-harming. I've decided to kill myself online because life's so great. Apparently. Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't bring a drink into the studio. I may actually have to walk out there and go and get a drink and leave you in limbo land whilst I get a glass of water. I hope that's all right because my throat's going now. The lovely Liz Houston says, I had to jump over a Boy Scout when she was a member of the Brownies. Yeah, I'm sure you did. Woo-wee! Very good. Here he is, Stuart Douch, did you not hear me at the beginning? Did you not hear me, Stuart Douch? I was asking you about the Sompting Abbots. I was reading in a book only seconds before I came on air, a book about Worthing that the lovely Elaine Brazier had sent to me. Well, part of it was about Worthing. Most of it's about the Sussex coast. It was written in something like 1916 or somewhere around there, beginning of the century. And it mentioned Sompting Abbots, and it mentioned this double-barreled Finlay Johnson or something, or something like that, who had a special teaching method, and she wanted everybody to act everything out. Did you hear that comment? That's what I want to know, and I want to know what you think about it, because she was saying if you were doing history, they all had to dress up as the different characters in history. But more interestingly, if they were learning maths, they would go and pretend to buy stuff from each other, so that they would go, I've got 5 coins, and I'm going to add... I'm going to buy 5 sheep. No, I'll tell you what, I've got 5 sheep. I want to buy 3 more. How many sheep is that? 8 sheep, so they would act it all out, which was interesting. Same with geography. If they were doing geography, one of them would be, I don't know, Canada, and then another one over there would be France, and they would do all that. So I want to know, is that true? Is that how, did she have this special method of teaching? So answer the question, please. Adrian Lidgett, has joined. Hello, Adrian. Lovely to see you. Liz Howson is laughing about jumping over the Boy Scouts, which is nice. She obviously jumped over one Boy Scout called Michael and landed him. That's what I reckon went on there. And he was trying to play for Manchester United or Manchester City. I always get the two mixed up. Steve Pilfold says, evening from the kitchen at work. Oh, wait. The kitchen at work. Kitchen. For those that don't know, he's in the signal business. That's not me doing one of those walking mimes, with those big long sticks that they go up and down, or skis. No, this is Steve Pilfold, the lovely Steve Pilfold, with his levers in his signal box. I don't know where his signal box is. I always just think it's one of those very high ones. I don't know if you still get them anymore. I would love to see a signal box on a whippy pole, about 60 feet in the air, a box on a very whippy pole, so that in the wind it goes like this, and Steve's in there looking around for there's a train, and he's in the kitchen making up sandwiches at one side with a little bit of flora and some cheese. Oh, train! That's how I. My world in my head is much more exciting than the real world. Oh, sorry, hang on a second. Hey, great life. Yeah, no, didn't commit suicide in the end or do much self-harm. Ha ha! Check me out in a mo. You have to keep doing that on Instagram these days, or people will hate you, or forget you, or not even give a toss. Actually, most people don't give a toss about you because they're too busy posting stuff about themselves. Nobody's actually got time to look at anybody else's post because we're all posting ourselves on these things and going, oh, yeah, where's my last post? Oh, there's other people posting stuff. I wish people wouldn't keep posting stuff. I can't see pictures of me. It's very annoying. Myro Clyra wanted to join the guides, but wasn't allowed in. No fun. Well, that's because you're a boy. Join the scouts, they said. Where's the fun in that? It's full of lads. I'm defo not an ex-Repton or Westminster boy. Good for you. Andy Joy. The joy that is Andy here for the duration. Andy Joyce says, much health and safety, Rick's jumping over toadstools these days. The red tape would be endless. Yeah, but what about the red spots? There'd be a lot of red spots on a toadstool. I remember, says Henry, jumping over tents at night when I was in the Scouts. Oh, yes. That's because you were going through the vandalism phase. You got your vandalism badge, I believe, at that point. Viewers are going down, says Vicky. Oh, are they? Thanks. Is that because I've been too busy doing these selfies? George Simply in Crowborough, they have cut down loads of trees near Morrison's on Mill Lane, as you might know, and are building houses on the site. They have discovered the base of an old windmill under the top soil. The mill got burnt down. Oh, well, there we are. They should automatically stop building and resurrect the windmill. That would be quite nice. Then they could have a Morrison's Windy Miller, which would be good. Where's Stuart Doush? Stuart, I've asked this question twice now. I'm getting a bit sick and tired of this. Either it's not showing up on my screen, or you're just ignoring me. Now, it's possible you're not ignoring me, and I'm not saying you are, but I don't understand it, because I would have thought you would have made a comment. I've made all that effort. So there must be Facebook. That's all, that you're just popping up going, hello, and then vanishing off. It's very frustrating. But don't let it worry you too much. It's obviously worrying me. Maya says, quick question to those primary school age children. What are your little ones dressing up for World Book Day next week? For once, I'm really stuck. Don't want to buy a costume. Why not dress up as Splidge? Oh, there we are. Stuart Douch. There we are. I take it all back. I take it away. Yes, not sure if that's Harriet Johnson. She was a school mistress and thinks the abbots was taught in the village. Not that's what we do a lot. We hot seat and act out plays in history and go out into the grounds and experience nature as often as we can. Anything we can do to make the school come alive, we do. There we go. Thank you very much. Brilliant. Sorry about that. I apologise if I sounded like I was getting upset with you. I don't want to get the birch again. Shush, don't mention the birch. Henry, Robert Crosser says, Frodo from LTOR. Oh, yeah, wait a minute. LTOR. We had that, didn't we, the other day, and I can't remember what it was. Lots of tosh, Richard. Was it? Lot of tosh, Richard. That's what that meant. Oh, wait, Lord of the Rings. I got it. There's only 3 elevated signal box left in the UK. Oh, where are they, Henry? Where are they? One is in Shrewsbury, isn't it? There's one that's relatively high in Shrewsbury, if my accurateness is correct. Claire Leach! What took you so long, Claire? Saw a picture with you with very long hair, Claire. Have you grown your hair long now? Is that you got into the hippie phase? Vicky says, hello, Nikki. Robert Crosser says, Hathelswhite, Waham and Wexham. As to the Maya, as to the character you could dress up, of course, you could be Splidge the Cragflinger. It's a very famous book. You may have heard of it. It's particularly interesting. Or you could be the Crag. Or, of course, you could be King Gudermac. He's quite a big, fat, lardy character. It's quite fun. There's lots of different characters in there. Of course, you could be the evil Baron. That would be good. Or any of his henchmen. Claire says, sorry, I'm late. Oh, well, not to worry. I have answered. Yes, I've seen it. Sorry, there's this delay, you see. There's this slight delay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me just get this. I'm sorry if I've missed any of your. Steve Pilfold says something. We have been told just to have pyjama party for book day. By the way, I've got 2 days work. I may not be able to have some videos up, actually, because I've got 2 days work at a school that I am the patron of reading for, as in book reading. I go up there to inspire children to read books. Yeah, amazing, isn't it? I make videos now. But anyway, and I've got 2 days there, and one of them is on World Book Day, I think. So that's quite interesting. Ed Keeley has joined. Hello, Ed. Henry David Allen says Shrewsbury signal box isn't elevated, but it's the largest signal box. Oh, right. It just seems like it's high. Maybe it's... I want one that's 60 feet up. 60 feet up on a single pole. You know, a box on a pole that's whippy like that goes in the... Because I want to put Steve Pilfold in it. And I want a single ladder that goes up there, you know. I don't want much. Claire says, no, that was a long time ago, Richard, before my radiotherapy. Ah, yes. Oh, I see. When you posted it there and somebody said, oh, you look really great with long hair, I thought that's what you'd done. I thought that's how you grew it. But I did actually, now you mention it, because it had grown very quick, because it wasn't that long ago we saw you, and I thought it does take more than a week or two to grow hair, doesn't it? Now, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, on tonight's show, before we come to the end of the show, the lovely Julia popped in and she bought me 2 bits of chocolate. She said, here's a test for you, Richard. We've got some very nice posh, one was about £2.30. Organic, green and blacks, dark chocolate, 70% cocoa, whatever that is, cocoa, cocoa. I like that, cocoa. So this is 70% cocoa, excuse me. And then the other one, I think, was 20p. Savers dark chocolate, Morrison's own brand. It's their Savers. So she said, what's the difference other than £3.10? So, whatever it was. So, no, £2.30, wasn't it? So £2.10 against. So that was 2.30. This was 20p apparently. I'm going to try them and oh, hello, my phone's pinging at me. Let's have a look, see what it says. Oh, it's nothing interesting. Well, it might be one of you and I've just said, oh, it's not interesting, and I didn't mean it like that. So anyway, I'm going to try. So which one should I try for? Well, there's no point asking, there's such a delay. Peter May has joined. Hello, Peter. Lovely to see you. I'm going to try the cheap one first. Now, I did think about putting these into blind boxes and then tasting them and work it, but of course you can't do that yourself, can you? You can't do that. Green and blacks was £2. Oh, and the own stores was 30. A bigger part. Well, similar thing. So this one is 100 grams, and the other one here is, well, it doesn't really matter on the weight, does it? But it's 90 grams. So you get an extra 10 grams, and it's a lot cheaper. Is there a difference? Can there possibly be or are we just all being ripped off? You never know. So this is, well, it's dark in colour. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, dark in colour. Let's take a chunk off of this. Chocolate is, different brands of chocolate can be so different, of course. We all know the Cadbury's one, which has got this very lovely extra stuff in it, hasn't it? That makes it very cloying in the mouth and melting, and as does Galaxy, which is very nice. And then you go and buy other brands which are more expensive. It doesn't have any of that, and sometimes you think, oh, I don't know whether it's as nice. Definition of a elevated signal box is one that you... Oh, I've lost it. Hang on. Don't go away. Definition of a signal box, says Henry, replying to Henry, which is nice. My definition, it's his definition. Signal box that you walk under. Most signal boxes are tall, but they're a structure from the ground up. Oh, I see what you mean, as in elevated. John Berger says cocoa is the raw bean that is used for cocoa. Oh, what? Cacao? Cacao is the raw bean used for cocoa. It's the powder that's made from how do you pronounce that? Could you hyphenetically? Do you mind awfully? Hyphenetically, oh, somebody's already, Dan Thompson. Cacao. No, cacao. Cacao. It's a funny word, isn't it? Cacao. Yeah, anyway. There we are. Cacao. Cheap one first, says Vicky. Yeah, no, we've got the cheap one here. Still got it in my hand. Was it World War II gun? I don't know what. Okay, so I'm going to try a bit. I'm not going to go crunching into it. I'm going to see if there's any melt factor first of all. So it's in the mouth. Instantly there is flavour. It's quite okay. 30p, remember. Probably great for cooking. And I like dark chocolate. I like Bourneville, to name but one. They're not sponsoring the show, by the way. They can do if they wish. I'll mention it a second time. Well, that's quite pleasant. For 30p, I mean, you can't eat that much dark chocolate as a whole anyway. It's not like milk chocolate where you can womp it down. Womp? You can woof it down. You can womp it down if you so wish. 2 squares of that. Bit sickly. Crunching this one. Speeding it up. Looking up at the sky. Waving my hand about as if I'm really concentrating on the flavour. Actually, I'm not at all. I was thinking of other things. Like Might have a bath later and might put my feet up, read a book. No, I was concentrating. Here comes the John Berger. Here comes the Hershey bashing. I didn't mention it. Bloody cheek coming in here. I had a chocolate and crisp tasting party at my parents' as well, the other party games my mum and dad's do on a Saturday afternoon. Oh, was it a success? That sounds great fun. Peter says, like Claire's, how's the work going at the hospital? Oh, what, for my son, you mean? John Small. Hello. There's lots of people laughing. Thanks for the emojis. I've just seen them all float up there. Good to see you. Not seen that. Right, let's have a look. That was the first one. A few more comments have come in. The lovely Julia says, I've been to Krakow. Oh, she's talking to somebody else. Mayo says, I used to work for Morrison's and they are very strict on food production and buyers are under strict guidelines. Oh, right. That wasn't bad. That 30p chocolate wasn't bad. I'm having to swallow a lot because I'm probably going to go and have to get a glass of water before. I've got 15 minutes. I'm just wondering if I can escape to get a bar, to get some water. Oh, God, that was horrible America. What? Somebody said something then. I just wanted to read that out. Sorry, it just disappeared. Is that chocolate Elax? No, it's not chocolate Elax. This is, well, let's hope it's not. You mean like a laxative. This is the Savers. That wasn't too bad. I could eat that. But I'm going to compare that now to the other one. I'm going to just get myself a glass of water. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to walk out this door. And I'm going to get myself a glass of water because my throat is going. So just bear with me a second. I am here. I'm just in the kitchen. You probably can't hear me. And I'm just getting a glass of water. It's very easy. And I'm coming back. Thank you very much. Did you miss me? Oh, that's very kind of you. I haven't been that long. Here we are, glass of water. Oh, golly, I needed that. Right. Okay, so that was the cheap chocolate. That was the cheap chocolate, which was right. Go and get a drink, boss. Thank you. Hello, Kevin here. Go and get a drink. Don't make me laugh. I've got toothache. You're only supposed to pull out the small tooth. The caffeine in that chocolate will keep you awake tonight, Richard Vobes. Oh, will it? Is there much caffeine in chocolate? I didn't know there was much caffeine. Steve Pilford's gone. Oh, bye. I don't want to keep anybody waiting, by the way, because apparently there's oh, what's he called? Alan Partridge is back on the BBC at 9 o'clock. I don't have a telly, so I won't be watching it. But I know people will want to get off and watch that because the BBC have done nothing but promote it for the last day or two. So this is the posher, this is the green and blacks chocolate. Now, we want to know if you get... It's not quite 10 times the price, is it? It's about, what, 5.5, 6 times the price? 30's into... It's nearly 7, isn't it? 6. It's about 6 times as expensive. So I'm just going to compare the colour. Exactly the same colour. Brown. So let's try a bit. This is the expensive one. Goes in the mouth. Flavour not as quick to come out, actually. Dead air. Mm-hmm. That's interesting. A lot less flavour. That is really interesting. I'm crunching it now because I want some flavour. There is flavour. I'm going back to the cheap one now. Got to crunch this. You get a much more intense flavour with the cheap one. That is really weird. The thing is, though, lovely, lovely Liz, thank you for that. I'd rather watch you than Partridge. Thank you very much. No, I'm not watching it. I can't stand him. Verdict, ladies and gentlemen. There is not that much. There is not a huge difference between them. It takes much longer for the green and black's flavour to come out. I think you're paying for the brand. I think you're paying for the wrapping paper. I think you're paying for the what's the name? I think there's at the end of the day, there's only so much you can do with dark chocolate. Probably more you could do with milk chocolate. Dark chocolate, I don't know. I feel quite sick now. I feel quite sick. I like dark chocolate, but the best dark chocolate, I'm afraid to say, is Bourneville. Oh, I've said it again. They're not sponsoring the show, but they could do. So, yeah, green and black, got nothing against you. Took a while for your flavour to come out. Morrison's Own, cheap one at 30p. That wasn't bad. For 30p, you could buy tons of them. You're going to be sick. Now, the question is, how is it going to affect me biologically? Will I survive the night? Will I be up and down trying to wake myself up with cups of coffee? Or, oh, we just had a sudden flip then on the screen. Did you see that? I don't know what's going on. Anyway, that was quite disgusting. That was quite disgusting. Not, I do like it, but Bourneville's my best, and to be honest, I like it cold. I took that out of the fridge and let it stand there for an hour. I prefer my chocolate freezing cold. Anyway, there we are. That was a good test, wasn't it? People are talking to themselves. Less sugar, says Dan Thompson. Less sugar. What? The expensive one has less sugar in it. Well, you would think that would make it more. That would make it cheaper if it's got less sugar in. If that's what you mean. The Milky Bars are on him. Yes. Vicky says, you're hoping for a big box full of chocolate. No. No, it's your birthday, Vicky. Send them to you. No flip here. I don't know what he means there. Cheap one probably got chocolate flavour added. Yeah, well, they may have added the chocolate flavour, but it was actually more tasty than the expensive one, which didn't seem to have as much flavour in it. You had to really hunt about. However, the thing is, of course, I started with the cheap one first. If I started the other way round, I may have got used to... So it's a very difficult test. Anyway, ultimately, you have to go by your own thing, don't you? I mean, probably, you know, if you're a shopper of one of these things, especially Waitrose shopper, if you were a Waitrose shopper, you're probably better off having the green and blacks in there because you want people to know how much money you've spent. That's why I've come into the shop with wads of money strapped to your feet to show how expensive your shoes are. That's how it works in this country. Oh, sorry. Hello, Richard. Click. Just had to do another Instagram so that the world knows I'm still alive and what an amazing life I have. I haven't changed my clothes in the last hour, but hopefully people won't notice. It's the Bald Explorer. What do they know? Claire says you should visit Montezuma's. They have loads of flavours of dark chocolate. Do you know, I have tried at a Montezuma, however you pronounce it. And it is quite nice, actually, some of it. Sometimes they cheat with these things, don't they? I don't know if you noticed that. It's like cheese. You get different flavours, and they'll say, "Oh, we've put this is a fiery Dutch hot fiery cheese, you know, with chilies in it." And you go, "Oh yeah," and then you open it up, and they've got chili bits in the cheese. Now, some time ago, my old mate Paul Stoneman and I went down to the Cheddar Gorge, and we went to the Cheddar Gorge cheese factory down there in Cheddar, and they know a thing about cheese, and they said, yes, you do get a lot of companies. They'll make cheese, they'll have the mixture or whatever it is, and then before it sets, they just sprinkle in these bits of chili and stuff, and then it does its thing, and then you get these bits of chili. And yes, it's hot when you bite into them. He said, but when they make their chili cheese, they do something to the chili to make it all soft and whatever, and put it into the milk right at the start, so that their chili cheese has been infused with the chili flavours rather than sprinkled bits in at the end. Said it was very good. Kevin Hall says you said something that you had just flipped your end and asked if we had seen it. Oh, no flip. Oh, got you. Yeah, no, there was a little... there was a on the screen. I don't know what it was. Peter says... you need to do the cheapest bars you can possibly buy from all the main shops, Richard, so we can enjoy your drunkenness. Oh, yes. It would be better with the little... if you could get... It's a shame they don't do that. You know these miniatures? Not that I drink, really, but miniature. You know these miniatures that you can get? Like the whiskey ones and the gin ones and all that? They don't do the cheap, the supermarket own miniatures, do they? They're all branded names. It would be good if they did, 30p ones. I could go and try a few of those. Although, to be honest with you, I don't drink. I'm not a great advocate of drinking. I saw the stream flip on my phone. There we are. Flipping wasn't just me. Richard says, oh, I love chili cheese. Actually, chili anything. There we go. I did make a chili for Richard Suggett once, and he was sweating profusely. It was so rewarding. Bless him. You haven't popped round for a while, Mr. Suggett. I don't know what's going on. Do I smell or something? Ian McEwen says, I've had Morrison's chocolate and it's nice, but I'm working... Oh, come on, Ian. You're not working class. Don't be like that. Not that I'm saying there's anything wrong with... See, you can so easily dig yourself into a hole here. It's a good job we're approaching the end of the show. Working class, what's wrong with that? I'm working. We're all working, aren't we? A lot of us. I mean, who is not working can't... I never quite understand what that means when they say, oh, but they're working. You always think, well, what they mean is people who go down mines or, sort of clean toilets or something. But even people who, chief executives of companies who do swan in, if they are working, aren't they? They're a class of their own anyway. Myro says, Julia... am trying to do a sort of studio at the moment for YouTube shows to come. I've got my 2 other cameras, mics, but the desks are expensive. A Pi cluster could make a good server for you, £200. And if you understood any of that, ladies and gentlemen, please write on the back of a £20 note and send it to me. It'd be very interesting to know what you mean. Tracy Highland, chili challenge next. Oh, I'm up for a chili challenge. I like chili. Julia and I will do a chili challenge. I'll get Julia in because she loves her chilies. Oh, the hotter the better, she says to me. She says, Scotch bonnet. Ah, I could eat 10 of those. Scotch bonnet soup. Give me the dragon's breath. I'll eat all of it. She doesn't like chili very hot at all. She's just like incredibly mild chili, actually, just to clarify that. Richard says, I might pop over tomorrow. Oh, I see. Daring me now. Daring. Just to let you know, I'm out in the morning, but I will be here in the afternoon. I do have to edit a video, but I'll probably get that done. I'm looking tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, when I go filming, I'm looking for a deserted village. But which one? Which deserted village am I looking for? Who knows? Will I find it? Of course I won't. It's deserted. It's gone. It's abandoned. It's vanished. But I am looking for one. And it's not Annington by Botolphs. I'll give you that as a clue. It's not that one. Tomorrow's video will be the story that has come from the trek that I did yesterday, which went out on YouTube today, which was the train tunnel and the castle at Rudgwick, or just a little bit to the west of Rudgwick, which got its own name, but I'm calling it Rudgwick Castle because that's what it says in my book, Tales of Old Sussex. And Philip Mercer knows he's a hero. He's my personal hero at the moment. Where is the book? And so that, my investigation I did there and found the Mott. I don't know if you saw that one, the Mott, the Norman Mott. Well, I'm going to read that story, recorded that Friday at the lovely Cynthia Julian's place. Thank you, Cynthia, if you are watching. It was really cool. Peter says, I started my first day work as a support worker. Well, hey, I'm working. Well done. You see, you're working class as well. Vicky says the Richards could do another cooking show again. Yes, well, I'm waiting for Richard to make himself available of an evening, and we will do another cooking show. Maybe we'll do a cooking show on the Essie. Lovely Julia says, lols, lots of hot chilies. Chili lies. Oops, I typed fast, I made more typos. Yes, you did, Julia. You certainly did. Peter says, I love Richard's simple cooking. Love it with Richard Suggett. Yes, well, we'll get Richard Suggett back on the show and we will do another show. Maybe on Friday. Don't know what you're up to on Friday, Mr. Suggett. Wigan Holt, says Linda Kane. No, it's funny enough, it's not Wigan Holt. There's nothing left, not even the church, although there is a pattern that shows where the church was, apparently. So I'll leave you guessing. I don't want to tell you where it is because you'll all be turning up to beat me up. I know what you like. Ladies and gentlemen, it's come to the end of the show. It's another hour gone and done and dusted, but it's been great fun. Thank you so much for tuning in on this wonderful evening. I'm sure you would rather have been sitting out on your decking in the beautiful February sunshine that we've had, sipping your Pims. But unfortunately, it still gets dark about 6 or 7, doesn't it? So there we are. Terry Wood has joined. Hello, Terry. Goodbye, Terry. We're just going now. It's so soggy. Cooking in prison. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that was apropos of, but there we are. Or a pro, or however it is. Dean Cooper says, well, it's a wrap, folks. Richard messaged me about wood. Richard, message me about wood. Yes, when Thursday, the 18th, Dean, I will message you. I'll go and message you in a second. Raspberry Pi. Oh, Raspberry Pi. Yes, of course, it's a tiny computer added together in a cluster, very powerful, only £36 each or so, 200 quid, Richard's Cooking Show. Yeah, Raspberry Pi, bung it in, we'll do something with that. I didn't think that they were very powerful, the Raspberry Pi. I wasn't working class today, but I am tomorrow. There we are. Well, I wasn't working class today either because I had my feet up most of the day. Reading books and working out where the hell I'm going tomorrow. But there we are. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Do look after yourselves. Take care. Enjoy the shows when they come out. Keep posting to the Bald Explorer group. We love seeing all your stuff. I'm sorry I'm not always on the Facebook commenting. It's not my favourite thing in the world, Facebook. But we do love to see all your posts, and where I can, I will like them. Anyway, till the next time, Friday. See you then. Take care. Bye for now. Goodbye. 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 Can I stop now? Can I? Thanks. Yeah, no. One more. Goodbye. Thanks. Whew. Right. Oh, wait. Hang on. I have to turn the thing off, don't I? Forgot how it works. Oh, it's only been a few days. Yes, that's it. Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Toodle-pip.